And that off over 2.5 miles in the Irish Stallion Farms EBF Honeysuckle Mares Novices Hurdle, Grade 1. Off the pace at the back in the red cap is Theatre Native. It's fun, fun, fun. And the runner over from the UK, Springtime Promise, who disputed on the run to the first of 10, being followed by Look to the West and Only by Night, followed by Bioluminescence. Out wide is Jatara and then Jade De Grugy. Over the first flight they go as they make the run into the straight the first time, and it's fun, fun, fun leading Springtime Promise. Moving into third place, Look to the West. Running the raid is Jade De Grugy and then Bioluminescence. Jatara on the outside of Only by Night, and then Spindleberry and Cute Deza. Pagan and Therese, and they're followed on straightening up by Iris Emery. And then Friends and Pink in the Park, Judicious Elaine. And still at the back of the field, but not so far off them, is Theatre Native. Heading to flights 2 and 3 in the home straight, the leader is Fun, Fun, Fun from Springtime Promise. Jade De Grugy on the inside of Look to the West, and then Bioluminescence, followed by Jatara and Spindleberry. Only by Night as they make tracks to flight number 3, the flight that'll be the last one next time. Over in front by 2 lengths is Fun, Fun, Fun from Springtime Promise, disputing third. Look to the West, Jatara, Jade De Grugy and Bioluminescence, followed by Spindleberry and Only by Night, and Cute Deza is next, and then Pagan and Iris Emery as they make the bend to head uphill to the 2 flights past the stands, flights 4 and 5. And it's Fun, 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 Patrick Mullins in the lead from Springtime Promise and Conor Braith. Then Look to the West, Dad O'Keefe disputing third with Jade De Grugy and Paul Townend. Alongside is Bioluminescence, the man of Mark Walsh, and then Jatara and Jack Kennedy. On they go towards the 4th flight. And it's Fun, Fun, Fun leading Springtime Promise. Little has changed up front, and then comes Look to the West. On the inside, Jade De Grugy. With the leaders is Jatara. And then Bioluminescence and Spindleberry is next, followed by Only by Night as they jump that 5th flight, bringing them up towards the halfway stage in the Grade 1 Honeysuckle Mares Novice Hurdle. Fun, Fun, Fun leads Springtime Promise, who's closed up now to be within half a length to 3 parts, less than 2 lengths back to Jatara, sharing third with Look to the West. Then Jade De Grugy, Spindleberry and Bioluminescence in between mares, followed by Only by Night and Pagan next with Cute Deza, and then Therese as they race downhill, having just passed the halfway stage. Another 5 flights left to jump, and it is Fun, 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 Springtime Promise still 1 and 2. Then Look to the West and Jatara. Bioluminescence is next with Spindleberry. They're tracked by Jade De Grugy, Only by Night and Pagan. Trying to pick up a bit of ground on the outside as a petty 100. As the end of the final mile, another 4 flights to jump, and it's Fun, 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 retaining a lead of a couple of lengths over Springtime Promise. After the visitor is Jatara, and then Look to the West, and Jade De Grugy is next with Bioluminescence and Spindleberry edging into it on the outside, wide of the leaders of Petty 100, and Therese and Only by Night next, with Cute Deza and Pagan and Ping in the Park and Iris Emery and Judicious Elaine. Theatre Native's always been last as they return to the point at which they started. 6 furlongs to go. 3 flights to jump, struggling badly, labouring as Iris Emery drops off them at the back. It's Fun, Fun, Fun from Springtime Promise. Jatara still improving on the outside, mare with a white face, a penny 100. Then Look to the West, Jade De Grugy next with Only by Night and Spindleberry. Then Cute Deza. Heading to the 3rd last flight with half a mile to go. Iris Emery's been pulled up. It's Fun, Fun, Fun. As of yet to be headed over that by 2 lengths to Jatara. Springtime Promise now ridden along to hold position. Closing steadily is Spindleberry on the outside. Then Look to the West and Only by Night and a penny 100 and Jade De Grugy. Bioluminescence falls away. Then Ping at the Park, Theatre Native and Cute Deza. Rounding the home turn with 2 flights left. Fun, Fun, Fun joined on the bend by Jatara. Spindleberry is making a move in the yellow and blue. A penny 100. Here's Jade De Grugy latching onto the heels of the leaders. Only by Nights come under pressure. Then Luck to the west. Coming down towards the second last. And Jatara takes Fan. Spindleberry and Jade De Grugy on the outside. Followed by Only by Night. The second last flight in the air together. Jatara and Spindleberry. Followed by Jade De Grugy, who's trying to make a race of it in third place. And then Fan. Down to the final flight in the Honeysuckle. And it's Spindleberry who leads Jatara and Jade De Grugy over the last. Spindleberry landing, running on the outside is Jade De Grugy, who's finishing best of all and driven out. It's Jade De Grugy getting on top from stable companion Spindleberry. Jatara in third as Jade De Grugy in the Honeysuckle colours, one of the best mares of modern times, wins the Grade 1 for Paul Townend, Willie Mullins and Kenny Alexander.
Peter Maloney, racing manager to Kenny Alexander, joins us after just about the perfect result to the Honeysuckle Mares Hurdle here at Fairyhouse. Peter, congratulations. In light of what happened at Cheltenham, and bearing in mind who this race is named after, just how satisfying was that from Jade De Grugy today?
Sure, hugely. What a ride today. He gave her a wonderful patient ride. Cheltenham was just a non-event. I don't think it was anybody's fault. They crawled, turned into a sprint, and just when they were quickening, he got scrimmaged out of it. And it was a bit of a non-event for her, but I mean, what a ride by him, and what a tough mare she is to come back here 16 days later and do that.
That's the thing. I suppose in terms of today, not what you wanted at Cheltenham, but maybe a little bit of a blessing that she didn't have a hard race there ultimately, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. But listen, you don't go to Cheltenham and run in a Grade 2 and not have a hard race. So But no, it was a wonderful training performance as usual by Mr. Mullins, and fabulous ride.
Such a cool ride, wasn't it? Were you as confident as Paul was watching the race?
No, no, absolutely not. So we were watching. We had the other lady with Rachel as well. So we're trying to watch both. But as I said earlier, I think when you've got Willie training them and Paul riding them, it takes the nerves out of it a little bit.
Have you had a chance to talk to Kenny yet?
Not yet. We've had a few texts. He's pretty happy, needless to say. So, no, great excitement.
And Peter, it'd be lovely to think that this mare, it'd be asking too much, I suppose, for it to turn into another Honeysuckle. But do you think she can go down a similar route, maybe even end up in a champion hurdle one day?
Yeah, sure, we'll see. We're never, we like to think we're never afraid to take on the big challenges. We'll see how she goes. It's a long way. She's a lovely big scopy mare. I think she'll improve with time, and the world's her oyster with her, hopefully.
Absolutely. Has Willie indicated whether she might run again this season, or is that likely to be it?
We'll see. She's had 2 tough races now in a row and in quick succession, but we'll leave it up to him. He's the master, and see what he thinks, and he'll see how she is.
It's been quite the week for you guys with Honeysuckle having her first foal as well. How is the newborn doing?
Yeah, very good. I actually hopped on a plane left here last night, hopped on a plane over to Scotland and met her for the first time at 6 o'clock this morning. They're both safe, healthy and safe, and which is the main thing. And she's a very sweet filly. She's very well made. She's a first foal. She's a little bit handy, maybe size-wise, but beautifully made, and mothers. She seems to be a very good mother.
Fantastic. Great to hear they're both doing well. Tell me this, have you got many more to run over the next day or two?
Just one more now. We had a lady last night who was second listed bumper, which we were delighted with, and we've missed Manzor in the juvenile tomorrow.
So. And she'd have a chance, wouldn't she, if Cheltenham hasn't left a mark?
Yeah, exactly the same thing, and Paul's chosen to ride her, which is good, also always encouraging. So she's a nice mare, she's a talented mare, so we'll see how she goes.
Great stuff. Peter, congratulations again. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Well done.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.